The enrollment application for the Naranja Academy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It has been complete. My registration to the Naranja Academy is here in Pokemon Scarlet. The newest game in the Pokemon franchise. I went with this over Violet because why not? My name. Is it relevant? It is BricksOBrian. Brian Saviano, the most entertaining / mediocre family content creator for all ages, whatever. Across any galaxy you can imagine, the multiverses all converging into one. I outdo them all. Except the ones with the other people. Then they outdo me. But that's okay. It's release night. It's release hype. It is far later than I want it to be. But that's how these sort of things go. I hope that you're having the best day that you possibly can, given the circumstances of the world and the world around you. And thank you for beginning to join me and hopefully continuing to join me through every waking morsel of this lovely experience we're going to have together. What are you? Plot twist, I already know. And you may say, Brian, did you look at the leaks? No. There's a reason I know what everything happens for the next, 3 hours. Just wait. Naranja Academy is here to prevent you. So I'm going to tell you the story. Don't read. Don't read the text. Don't read this. Don't read any of it. Toros! Don't read it. Read Pro Gamer's Guide to Healthy Habits, my children's book. Don't read this. I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything you need to know. What you need to know is you wake up one day and you're like, I want to be champion. You go out, become champion. There's an enemy team and they say, you know what? We don't like your attitude. Go somewhere else. You have this thing, this cool looking thing. It looks pretty cool. It's flying. It's doing the hair, which is kind of awkward considering that it's Scarlet, the prelude to something. I don't know. Not the prelude. I'm sorry. I misspoke. I don't actually know that part. It is the prehistoric version by comparison of Violet, which seems to be the futuristic of the two games. I went with Scarlet because everybody online seems to be going with Violet, and because I'm a professional in every sense of the word, I'm going against the grain and providing you the insight that you may not know about. Because all the little itty bitties that might be watching this right now, they might be saying, oh, I want technology because I have my iPad and my television and my whatever. It's a parrot that looks like the pirate from the book. You may say, oh, I want technological. So that's why I'm giving you this perspective and let you know what you missed out on. All right. So get your popcorn, get your Hot Pockets, get your Three Musketeers, your water, your diet soda, get your blanket, get your Meemaw Debbie, get your uncle, grandfather, twice, 3 times removed, Donald in the house. Buckle in and watch this series. It's going to be a time. Can I guarantee it's going to be a good time? I can't because life happens. And sometimes you play Pokemon and it all just goes. And sometimes it's great. This is where you start off in every single Pokemon game. My throat is so dry. Nintendo Switch system. That's a Switch OLED. I don't have that, which may be the reason why this game is running at a little bit of a but we're going to get to that in a little bit. So you start off in your home and you're walking horizontally down the stairs as one does. Squovet, chilling and hanging out here. You're going to go talk to Meemaw over here. She's hanging out in the kitchen and she's like, yo, these dishes aren't going to wash themselves, Brian. Why aren't you helping me? And no, that's not what happens because, you know, she knows that you try your best and you're just on your Pokemon adventure, but she's just, you know what? Yeah. School contacted me and said that you're supposed to wait here a little while longer. Apparently there's something very important for your first day that hasn't arrived. You know what hasn't arrived in time, everybody? It's a strange man at the door, so we're going to let him into our house. Now, don't do that. Pro gamer tip. Don't let strangers in your house. That's not what you do. But apparently, this guy just walks in. And he's like, oh, Mr. O'Brien. If I do say so myself, Mr. Clavel. I'm the director of the Naranja Academy. And I just barged into your home without any regard for who you are as a person. Now, listen here, Mum. This is for you. Now, please let us discuss a little bit of business while Brian goes upstairs for a moment. That's literally what happens. You're watching this happen, right? Why don't you head back up to your room and finish What are you trying to talk to my mom about? You want to make sure she has a good time in life? You want to take her out to some cheeseburger sliders at Trader Joe's or Dave & Buster's, whatever it is? Go ahead. You don't need to tell me to shoo off to my zebra carpet room, right? I know Zebra Gamer's the best. You don't got to remind me in the carpet. I get it. It's okay. It's okay. We got the backpack. We got the hat. We looking shee right now. Look at that. On fleek, baby. That's how it's done. I mean, the shorts are a little high. If I had shorts that high, you'd be seeing cheese curds for a millennia. So, are you done talking about my mom about the cheeseburger sliders and Chili's, or what are we doing here, man? Meow meow. Oh, you're all ready for your first day. Glad to be. Yes. I already picked up my hair, hat, sunglasses, Dockers, Reeboks, Adidas, etc. Your living room is hardly a place. Would you care to come with me? I guess. Sure. So I'm going to go with this guy. So just to recap, the person who did not formally introduce themselves, who is allegedly the headmaster of the school, barges his way into my home and says, let me talk to your mom, go away, and now you're coming with me. I didn't write the game. I wrote my book, not the game. So now we leave, and your mom says, yep, go with the strange man. Go ahead. Just go hang out with him. It's okay. It's totally fine. My pumpkins don't need water. You need a starter Pokemon. That's what Mima said to me. And so this guy is so generous. And he's like, hey, you get to choose one of these 3 incredible starter Pokemon we have as part of our offerings here today. Sprigatito, the grass Pokemon. We have Fuecoco, the fire croc Pokemon. Or Quaxly, the duckling Pokemon. Pump. They're all very good company, while they usually refuse to leave my side, but it turns out, upon looking at this beautiful complexion of the face known as Brian Saviano, they're like, ooh, you look to be a better, more competent trainer than this guy, so we're gonna go with you. I'll be at this mansion across the street. So it's like, if he's the neighbor, how does he not introduce himself for years up to this point? Why doesn't anybody question? You know what I mean? At least there's oranges. Something before you go to celebrate your big day? It's taxes. Nope, it's a Rodon phone. It's not quite the Galaxy Z Fold Flip, but it'll do. Now go off and have fun. So we're supposed to select each of our starter Pokemon here. You can choose one of the 3 eventually, spoiler alert. But you can head down toward the way and see what is in store at the house. You're supposed to monitor their behaviors. Listen, they're strong, independent Pokemon. They know what. Where's Sprigatito? Sprigatito! Sprigatito! Where did it go? I was gonna say you're strong, independent. What happened? Where'd you go? I'm not picking you, but where did you go? I'm not. Oh, there you are. You're at my feet. I didn't even see you. I thought you just clipped through the ground. I thought you clipped through the ground, Sprigatito. Okay. Where did you go? Where are we going? Looking off into the sunset? That's okay. It's noon. So, look at Fuecoco right by my side. See, Fuecoco... Never mind. Going for the sign instead. I know which Pokemon I'm picking. And hopefully you do too. There have been plenty of these Pokemon that have leaked out into the multiverse. The faucet has been unclogged. And all these people bribed either a GameStop employee, a Walmart employee, getting copies of the game early. Now, your boy BricksOBrian tried to do that. No, actually, no, I didn't. I coordinated with a friend of mine to get a digital download early through the multiverses, right? I didn't bribe some GameStop employee, but doesn't matter in the end anyways. So you have each of the 3 Pokemon here, and you have Quaxly, Sprigatito, and then Fuecoco. What's funny is that they actually spend more time in the animation going over Fuecoco. It's like, oh, little pet on the head, so cute, right? It's almost like they want you to pick Fuecoco. Who are you? I know who you are. This is Namora. Just kidding. What's her name? Mr. Brian has yet to make his choice, you see. He's got a little bit of a phlegm here. I do wonder which Pokemon he would choose. Don't eat the burnt apple, Fuecoco. You deserve better. Burnt orange, I should say. Burnt orange, not that. So, which one of these 3 adorable Pokemon would you decide to pick? You probably have your decision picked out long before you got your hands on the game. It's normally what people do here, but it's my time to choose who I want to choose. I'm also assuming you get access to one of these Pokemon further down the line. So that's an option as well. You get to breed and get the eggs and whatnot, so we shall see. So you're the kid that moved up the road. You're not even going to introduce yourself? Just making all sorts of things. I'm Nimona, not pneumonia or Namora. It's Nimona. What do you say, new neighbor? Want to be friends? No? Okay, I guess I have to. Love the enthusiasm. Miss Nimona is president of our student council and champion ranked trainer in her own right. Of course she is. I absolutely love Pokemon battling. In fact, you should battle me right now. You and me, bucko. It's like, whoa. Easy now. You two will be in the same class, so you have plenty of time to battle later. We're going to be neighbors and classmates. Oh, wowie. Wowie, wowie, wowie. On that note, Mr. Brian. Mr. O'Brien. The legendary Mr. O'Brien. Have you decided which of these Pokemon you want to be your first partner Pokemon? Now, I'm going to cut to the chase here, everybody. There is only one logical choice to make as my starter for Pokemon Scarlet. There's literally no other way to do it. Should I go with Sprigatito? We're going to go out of here and take a look. Inspect this grass cat over here. That's Sprigatito, the grass-type Pokemon. It can use its plant powers to soak up whatever water you throw at it. Absolutely adorable Pokemon. Don't want it. Quaxly. I typically go water, so why not look over at Quaxly and look at a little ducky. Bum. That's Quaxly, the water-type Pokemon. It may seem quiet, but its mighty streams of water can put out any fire, you'll see. Would you like to go with our good water-type Quaxly here? Absolutely not. Everybody who's watching this right now, if you know me and you know that I'm the king of spice, you know that I like all things hot and ready to go for the realm of Pokemon. You know there's only one singular option for a starter Pokemon I must go with. It is the Ghost Chili Pepper Crocodile Pokemon, Fuecoco! Only one option! It has to be Fuecoco! He's a chili pepper. Look at him! He's a chili pepper. How could you not? How could you not go with Fuecoco? It's a legal requirement. Absolutely has to happen as the shadows flicker in because this game is such high quality. Look at those shadows. It's Fuecoco, the fire-type Pokemon that's burning hot sparks. It scatters will fry any plants in a flash. Absolutely, yes, indeedy dandy. Now, the other thing, I would like to give Fuecoco a nickname, of course. Now, the thing is, everybody, if you look at the complexion of Fuecoco here, there's some people on the internet that said, wow, he looks like the outline of Among Us. No idea why. So I thought Among Us, Schlakungus, Rotundus, Kabungus, and then I sat on that last one for an extra second, and I'm like, that's it. I take a lot of pride in the names of things that I assign to things in general. So we have Kabung Us in honor of the complexion of Fuecoco, allegedly looking like an Among Us crewmate, a chili pepper, and as I do in my videos, make up random names and stuff. I take a lot of pride in my Pokemon names. I like naming things. Videos, Pokemon, characters, myself. Maybe I'll have the same luck with my kids one day. My future fictitious, my future children that will not be fictitious. I'm not gonna name them. I'm not gonna name my firstborn son Schlakungus. That doesn't mean anything. That's not like a non-family friendly term. Where's the music? It's such a high quality title. You hear that? I want to go to bed. If you raise one of these Pokemon with equal footing, Master Brian here, I shall be more than happy and allowed to do it. Yes. Wonderful. Oh, since Brian chose Fuecoco, I'm going to go for the one that Brian can one-shot. Sprigatito. Which, Sprigatito also, hear the wonderful soundtrack crafted by Game Freak. Oh, man. Mr. Mona is a tad overly fond of Pokemon battling. I hope that you will be fond of it as well. Yes. Where's the soundtrack? Where did it go? Did me choosing Fuecoco, which is now named Kabungus, rob the music of the world? the Melioetta's like, you don't deserve music anymore. Take it and take it out of here. You ready to battle me? All right, yeah. Why wouldn't I be? So excited for this battle. We just get to hear the waves crash onto the shore. Have a nice, relaxing Pokemon battle as you set my Sprigatito with the Ember. That's exactly it. Will the battle music play? I hope so. Come on, Brian, let's have a fruitful battle. Hey, it played. Nice. Nice. Finally, Melioetta's like, I now grace you. I now grace you with the battle music of Pokemon Scarlet on the Nintendo Switch, releasing tonight. Yes, yes, yes. This is your favorite Pokemon battle. Yes, I love this. No, I do love Fuecoco. Fuecoco's awesome. And get used to it, by the way. I waited until all the people were left out of my office building, which is not many people, but it's like there's people next door and they're like professionals. They file taxes, okay? And I waited for them to leave so I could start this video by exclaiming my love for Fuecoco! And I can't do that while they're here because then they'll complain and I can't get kicked out of here, right? That's a scandal. So I waited until later at night, start the video, make sure I can blissfully explain into the world my love for Fuecoco. But now it's a different strategy. One more time. Nope, you don't get second chances in life. You get one shot, and you're just like your country, young, scrappy, and hungry. Except this time you blew it away. Yeah, all right, thanks, Brian. You two seem to be becoming fast friends. I haven't said a word to this woman, literally, but you can hear the soundtrack. You hear that? It actually sounds pretty good when it pops into the game. I haven't said a word. Pokédex app was added to your Rotom phone. Rotom is one of my favorite Pokemon. So I like the Rotom phone. If you have a copy of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu Eevee or Arceus, any of the Switch games, basically, you get a specific phone case depending on what save data you have. So you don't gotta be at a certain point in the game. You just gotta have the save data, and there you go. Long story short, because you're listening to me, not reading this, go read my book instead. This guy is like, hey, you two are gonna go to the trainer camp. I'm sorry, trainer school. You're gonna enroll in classes, and you're not actually gonna do the classes in the game. There's gonna be a cutscene where we skip like a week's worth of time because doing like actual teachings in Pokemon sounds incredibly boring, and it is. So we're just gonna skip all that. But once you do that, then you'll be able to play the game. So that's essentially what he just said right there. Now you might be like, Mr. O'Brien, did you watch somebody else's videos? Not a chance. No, I don't want to spoil myself, but I ended up spoiling myself. You can open up your Pokedex by pressing whichever button you think it is. That's okay. Follow Namora into Talocan. I remembered that name of the city from Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which is an incredible movie that you should go watch. Very powerful, worth watching. If you can watch it with close friends or family, it's going to be even better. Oh, Brian, I heard you're going to that school. You enrolled me in it, Mom. You were the one that signed the document. You were the one. You were the one. What? Add your new friend. I haven't said a word to this woman. I haven't said anything to her. Now you're staying in the school dorm, so I want you to promise me you eat proper meals. Eat proper meals. A little bit of spending money. I got a sandwich. That's spending money. Does my mom think sandwiches are spending money? I can't buy a tuition with a ham and cheese sandwich, Mom. Maybe I can. It's Pokemon, man. You never know. You never know. I roll up to Penn State, Abington, with a chicken parm sub. Bam, tuition, I'm in. Maybe that's it. Maybe, you know, everyone talks about, oh, college is so expensive. You think about bringing a ham and cheese sandwich and giving it to the dean, see what they... Anyways. It's so late at night. Okay. Listen, I'm a professional. I just have, I've literally had water all night long. I've had water all night long. It is just, why am I standing here? Okay. I just had to think, like, now I can go. This game's awesome. All right, we're going to go over here. By we, I mean me. You're just watching me. Hopefully you're watching me. The Pokepath. So the Pokepath has all sorts of new Pokemon. Why does she have the purple wrist thing? That's kind of interesting. Perfect for catching Pokemon. There's 2 new Pokemon over here. Look at these. There's Fletchling as well. 3 new Pokemon, as a matter of fact. The one that appeared in the opening sequence there. So Nemona, still haven't gotten the name right, has been kind enough to give us a couple Pokeballs here. I've got tons. Have a few. Nice. 5 Pokeballs in total. Beautiful. So the point here is to capture the Pokemon. You could choose to defeat them if you want to, but there's actually a really cool game mechanic that I'm going to show you, maybe not right this second, but in a minute here, which actually involves whatever Pokemon you have in the lead of the party. So obviously I know how to capture Pokemon. I've been doing the capturing of Pokemon since before this game was even considered to be programmed by any of the developers too. So what a cool feature is you can actually be in the overworld and send out your Pokemon to defeat wild Pokemon without engaging in a formal battle like this. So if I press ZR, I can say, hey, Kabungus, can you go defeat these little cluster of enemies over here? And he just goes and does it. Now he gets a fraction of the XP he normally would, but still gets some XP, saves me from being inside this battle animation over and over and over again, and I can keep on moving, you know what I mean? So that's Lechon. That's the French pig Pokemon, Lechon. Now you have to say it like that because it's spelt Lechonk, L-E chunk, but obviously Spain, which is what this region of Paldea is based off of, is close enough to France that there's probably a lot of people from whatever Pokemon France is. So you got to call it Lechon. So what you do is not that, but you know, you can, oh, actually we don't have the ability yet, but I'm going to engage in the battle. I guess I'm not. I'm just going to talk to Kabungus instead. But if I do this, toss out the Pokeball right at Lechonk. I don't know if this actually causes the causes me to have like a first strike or something like that, but whatever. It's beside the point. That is how you engage in a Pokemon battle. Now, if you run directly into a Pokemon, then you'll engage in a battle, or you can toss your Pokeball at him. What's really cool is, let's say, you know, you're chilling out in the overworld, you go to heat up some Hot Pockets, you come back, right? you will not automatically encounter Pokemon. So like, you know, there's Pokemon all around here, right? You see like Hoppip is over here just chilling. But if I stand right here and don't engage in any battles, they'll approach me. They might get closer to me, but they won't start the battle. So you're not going to be doing random Pokemon battles while you're doing other stuff, which is very cool. Because otherwise, it's like, oh, I got caught up in this random thing, and now I'm stuck on this menu, and it's like, it doesn't operate that way, which is super cool. The highlight for me, what I want to do, first and foremost, and entirely through this playthrough, I want to showcase as many of the new Pokemon as possible. And although I have seen some of these Pokemon that are in the area and their evolutions, I want to make sure that I showcase that to all of you as well, which means that I got to encounter Pokemon like this one right here, which is called Tarantula. Tarantula. Now, this one I actually haven't seen the evolution for. Lechonk I have. Natively within the game, I've seen it. So, I did not happen to evolve my Lechonk, but I did see it. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to capture this Tarantula and then make my way toward the first section here. It's a level 2. It's tough. No matter what I do, it's just going to be, yeah. Oh, I mean, I guess I could go for a Pokeball right here. I got 16 of them, so, like, why not? You know what I mean? So what I'm going to do also, because, again, spoiler alerts here, all the way through. If you're following along with me, it's not really a spoiler. But I'm going to be encountering Lechonk's evolution soon enough, so I'm not going to prioritize that quite yet. The balls of threads wrapped around its body is elastic enough to deflect the scythes of Scyther, this Pokemon's natural enemy. So, super interesting that Scyther is the natural enemy and whatnot. That normally isn't like a big focus in these games, highlighting that in the Pokedex, but they did here, and that's pretty cool. Scatterbug is from Generation 5. We got obviously Lechonk, Tarantula. There's another Pokemon here from the very intro that I'm not seeing the little itty-bitty around here. Somewhere. Yes, no. I want to see the little itty-bitty. Where is he? I mean, I see Lechonk, but you know what? Should I try to capture Lechonk? You know what? I am. I'm going to do it just to prove to you that I can, and for no other reason because of it, all right? Go for an Ember over here. And so there's... Oh, I guess not. Lechonk is off the menu today. All right, so there's plenty of new Pokemon. I haven't seen them all. Lots of people, like I mentioned before, have been getting some copies of the game early by mystical, magical means. That's not me. I didn't bribe anybody to get the game early. I didn't have the resources to do it. I mean, I would love to get ahead of the curve a little bit, but that's not typically what happens in life, you know? So this is Pawnee, not the location from Parks and Recreations. Pawnee is a semi-Pikachu clone, as they call it. Typically, every generation, there's a Pokemon that is a Pikachu clone, which means that it has the same adorable, likable nature of Pikachu, but not being Pikachu. So this thing has, like, basically the same eyes as Pikachu. It's an electric, mouse-looking creature, and yes. This is the electric mouse Pokemon. It has underdeveloped sacs on its cheeks. These sacs can produce electricity only if Pawnee rubs them furiously with the pads on its forepaws. So you can see it's very Pikachu inspired. So I'm gonna leave Pawnee as its general name. I just called it Palm. Okay, Palm. Look at that adorable VHS cover that you don't know what a VHS is, everybody at home. All right. So the idea is you know, capture a bunch of the same Pokemon. Well, actually, you don't capture same Pokemon. You just battle against those Pokemon. You can do it very simply as well, because there's an entire mechanic where after defeating a certain Pokemon, you get resources that factor into the game in of itself, which is very cool. As you're going through here, you're like, hey, Brian, getting the hang of how to catch a Pokemon, okay? It's like, yeah. By the way, also, I have a little bit of a craggle in my throat, so please bear with me as I go through these videos. I've been more sick than I wanted to be over the past couple of weeks here. So if you notice I sound a little that's unfortunately a side effect of what I'm doing here. What's in the cave? We'll find out soon. Have a good dime time. Bye. If you got it this far, I recorded 5 episodes worth of this playthrough in one go. And the reason this is happening right now is because I messed up my audio where the gameplay and my commentary were on the same track, and they were close enough that you can't hear what I'm saying most of the time, and that's not the quality I want to put out. And I wanted to voice that frustration in a video, so here you go. If you made it this far in the video, please tell me by any means of the internet the catchphrase, rice pudding